Welcome to Science Meets Adventure, exploring nature's secret. Today, we journey to a place few have ever seen, a world hidden beneath the lush jungles of central Vietnam. This is Son Doong Cave, the largest known cave on Earth, a place where the boundaries between science and wonder blur, where time itself feels suspended. Deep inside Phong Nha Bang National Park, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, lies a realm carved not by human hands but by nature's patience. Here, limestone mountains rise like ancient fortresses, and beneath them, darkness holds one of the most extraordinary geological creations on the planet. Son Doong's story began over 3 million years ago. Rainwater, slightly acidic from the atmosphere, began seeping through cracks in the limestone mountains, slowly, drop by drop. That water dissolved the rock, expanding tiny fissures into tunnels, tunnels into caverns, and caverns into the immense underground cathedral we now know as Son Doong. Over millennia, an underground river continued to carve its path, widening chambers, collapsing ceilings, and shaping walls smooth as marble. When explorers first measured its dimensions, the world was stunned. The main passage stretches more than 5 kilometers long, with ceilings that soar over 200 meters high, tall enough to fit a skyscraper inside. In some sections, the cave is over 150 meters wide. To stand inside is to feel the earth breathe, to feel small, yet deeply connected to something timeless. This cave is not just massive, it's alive. Each monsoon season, the underground river rises and floods the chambers, carrying boulders that scrape and polish the stone walls. When the waters retreat, they leave behind immense stalagmites and delicate calcite formations. Some rise like stone towers over 70 meters high, each one growing a millimeter at a time over thousands of years. Every drip, every echo is a mark of time, an artist shaping eternity drop by drop. And then, as if nature decided size alone wasn't enough, 2 colossal sinkholes collapsed from above, tearing open the cave's ceiling and letting sunlight pour in. These openings, known as dolines, created one of the most surreal landscapes on Earth, jungles growing inside a cave. Here, ancient trees reach for light from the depths, their roots winding through stone and moss. Mist rises each morning where warm air from the jungle meets the cool breath of the cave, forming drifting clouds that swirl through the darkness. Inside Son Doong, you can literally walk through weather, rain, fog, and light coexisting in a world beneath the world. In this silent cathedral of stone, life has found a way. Small white crabs and blind fish swim in subterranean pools, having evolved in total darkness. Bioluminescent fungi glow faintly on wet rocks. Near the doline, where sunlight filters in, green ferns and vines spreads across ancient stones, nourished by droplets that fall from the ceiling high above. It's a rare harmony, a place where the underworld and the surface world intertwine. Scientists call Son Doong a natural laboratory, a window into Earth's history. By studying mineral layers on its walls, geologists can read climate records dating back hundreds of thousands of years. Trapped within these formations are microscopic clues about rainfall, temperature, and tectonic shifts that shaped Southeast Asia. In this sense, Son Doong is not only a wonder of nature, it's also a living archive of our planet's evolution. For centuries, Son Doong was unknown to the outside world. Its entrance was hidden by thick jungle, guarded by cliffs and rivers. Then, in 1991, a local farmer named Ho Khan discovered the cave by accident while seeking shelter from a storm. The sound of rushing wind and the roar of an underground river drew him near, but the darkness was too deep to enter. It wasn't until 2009 that British cave explorers, guided by Ho Khan himself, returned and confirmed what lay beyond that entrance, the largest cave passage ever found. Since then, Son Doong has become a legend, a dream for explorers, scientists, and adventurers from around the globe. But entering Son Doong is no ordinary trip. Only a limited number of visitors are allowed each year, ensuring its fragile ecosystem remains untouched. The journey begins with a 2-day trek through dense jungle, slippery river crossings, and steep limestone slopes. Along the way, local porters and guides from nearby villages lead the expedition, men and women whose deep knowledge of the forest is unmatched. At last, through a wall of greenery, the entrance appears, a vast, gaping mouth of darkness. Cool air rushes out like the breath of a sleeping giant. As you step inside, sunlight fades, and silence takes over. A silence so complete it feels sacred. Headlamps flicker against the black stone as explorers descend into the chamber. Every sound, the drip of water, the crunch of gravel, the echo of footsteps, becomes part of the cave's voice. Inside, the scale is overwhelming. You walk through spaces so vast they dissolve your sense of distance. Above, the ceiling vanishes into darkness. Ahead, the tunnel stretches beyond sight. Camping beneath these ceilings is like sleeping inside the Earth's lungs. At dawn, beams of sunlight stream through the doline, casting golden shafts that dance with mist and dust. The air glows, and for a few moments, it feels like standing inside a dream. Explorers cross underground rivers, climb slippery rocks, and wade through pools of crystal water. Some sections open into massive sand dunes, remnants of floods that have swept through the cave for centuries. In one chamber, the explorers call it the "Watch Out for Dinosaurs" area, because the cave's ancient textures and size evoke the feeling of stepping into a prehistoric world. Beyond the adventure, Son Doong is also a story of people, of connection and respect. The local communities of Quang Binh province are guardians of this wonder. They share their knowledge of the forest, cook traditional meals over open fires, and guide visitors with warmth and pride. The region has transformed from one of Vietnam's poorest areas into a model for sustainable ecotourism, proving that preservation and prosperity can coexist. Each expedition into Son Doong is more than an adventure. It is an act of stewardship. Every traveler who enters takes only memories and leaves only footprints. Each permit supports conservation, education, and local livelihoods, ensuring this natural treasure endures for future generations. In recent years, scientists have continued to uncover Son Doong's secrets. Using laser mapping technology, they discovered that one of its chambers could connect to another nearby cave, potentially making the system even larger than we imagined. Beneath its rivers, divers explore submerged tunnels that may lead to new, uncharted passages, a reminder that even now, our planet still holds mysteries beyond our reach. To stand in Son Doong is to stand within the heart of the earth. You feel the weight of time pressing around you, millions of years condensed into stone and silence. The cave's grandeur humbles you, yet fills you with awe. It is proof that nature, given time and freedom, creates wonders far beyond human imagination. As we emerge from the darkness back into sunlight, the jungle above seems brighter, the air richer, the sounds of cicadas louder. It's as if the earth itself exhales, releasing us gently from its depths. Above ground, the limestone mountains stretch endlessly toward the horizon, their peaks glowing gold under the setting sun. Below, Son Doong continues its quiet evolution, a masterpiece still being sculpted by water, gravity, and time. The sun sets over Phong Nha. The world above fades into dusk, but deep beneath, the eternal night of Son Doong remains unchanged, calm, immense, alive. In its silence, you can almost hear the earth dreaming. You've been watching Science Meets Adventure, exploring nature's secret. If you love discovering Earth's hidden wonders, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and keep exploring, one secret at a time.